color on that gun. What paint is that?
It's the neon one, I think.
I never got that one.
Alright, Truce, I'm gonna drop down to the Civilization one. I'll be right back.
User left channel switched. You were moved.
Alright, cool. Alright, there we go.
This channel is private with the lock, but
Alright,
password is my name.
Don't dabba jabba. Because I'm streaming, so I guess I should just record it, but now I'll just stream it. That way we get it live. Alright. Let this run for about a couple minutes. Oh man. Patch notes. Beautiful patch notes. Ah. Patchity patch notes.
Yeah, I thought we just could do the what you call it, look. Either you could just, you don't even need to. Are you streaming or recording?
Streaming.
Yeah, back.
What's up, YouTube? What's up, Twitch? How's it going, everybody? This will just be a quick short video during the live stream for the patch notes. Me and my battle buddy Truce here, about to go over all the patch notes and go over things. You guys are going to get our views and our opinions and the game so far as a whole. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. Truce just had to go to the bathroom. So when he gets back, I guess we'll start it up. Start it up. But just a quick reminder, as it says on the bottom, these won't be these changes don't come into play until after the 22nd, which I think they do theirs in the morning at like 4 a.m. or 6 a.m. Eastern. So that's when that maintenance will happen. But sounds like Truce is back.
Yep.
Alright, cool. Hey, what's up, Lucky? Welcome. We're just gonna go over the patch notes real quick, and then we'll actually get in some gameplay. Play some game. I think I should add that scene of some kind of gameplay in the back. So let me see if I can find a video for everybody. Bow, 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 bow. Actually, I don't even think I have any. Not on this one, anyway. Nope, it's just gonna be us chit-chatting. I guess I'll just bring up the old view of everything on the internet and play it from there. Alright. Get that running. So how you doing today, Truce?
I'm doing good, man.
How's your division time coming?
My division time is going good. Farming mats, phoenix points, trying to get the build around the Caduceus actually. To get that because of the SMGs are getting nerfed. Damn. So I'm gonna start like looking more into assault rifles and maybe longer ranges, because since people, or at least when you look at it like a PvP perspective, it's actually more viable to have a long range DPS, because so many people running around with vectors. So if you keep them at a distance, they
Distance, yeah, you're at the advantage. You'll be putting way more damage into them.
Yeah.
I can sincerely agree. Let's see. That's the chat. I didn't want that one.
at least that's my opinion on
Yeah.
matter.
Alright. Cool. Alright, let's move into these patch notes, shall we?
Yeah. And patch notes, though.
Alright. So, our first patch note, gameplays, the ones everybody's been talking about. Oh, actually, no, we'll start with the named enemies. Oh yeah, it is gameplay. So, named enemies will will now drop better loot in challenge mode than in hard mode. What is that about, Truce? Hey, what is that? What does that mean?
Better loot?
Yeah.
The better loot is gonna be level 31, like purple ones, and better loot on the yellow drops, chance on the yellow drops.
What about remember how we run challenge mode now? Like if we did Lexington, not Lexington, but if we ran Lincoln Tunnel, every time we kill the last boss, the sniper, he only drops blues. I remember a lot of people were getting pissed about that.
That's a cheat.
That is, yeah, I agree. I agree. That is really bad. They shouldn't. There shouldn't be an issue where a boss doesn't drop anything more than a yellow in challenge mode. That is almost disgraceful. But think that's a great addition. I would see going forward with the game. Makes people push towards challenge mode rather than sitting around rolling through hard mode, like Missy was saying earlier. How she says you just go through hard mode and we just go brain dead. So it should be pretty awesome. I want to see what's going to drop now. So see if we actually get weapon drops, maybe some better. I guess not better gear, but just more item drops would be pretty cool. All right.
Yeah.
So this one I never realized this was happening, but going into it with the cooldowns of the static turret, the stun lock was real. I guess in 2 days the stun lock won't be real. So
especially in PvP with like the group of 4 with you just place like a really big circle around a player and just stun lock the hell out of everyone. So
yep. So I never knew this existed. I know we were doing it. I know we were doing it to the NPCs, but I didn't know it was an official stun lock. I thought the game's mechanics offered that, but I didn't take it to that next level of exploitation and think about it that way, which I should have. But hey, it happens. But that's getting fixed.
I didn't know.
Yeah,
I saw it in the PvP arena that was a thing, but I didn't know about the stun lock now.
Same. All right, so that's going to be out. So
Yeah.
good luck to anybody who had that in their challenge strategy. I mean, we ran something like that. It was more of a CC lock where it was either stuns or it was flames. But now seeing that this is getting a little bit nerfed, and I guess they're going for what a diminishing return on, or just they're adding a cooldown.
It's a diminishing return.
Okay.
That's gonna be a way to see. Actually,
Yeah.
At least it's gonna be at cooldown, as they said.
Yeah, we don't know if the cooldown's going to be stacked. So
cooldown.
yeah, if it's gonna be a stack cooldown. So if he gets stunned now, then he has to wait 5 seconds before he gets stunned again. Then he has to wait another 10 seconds. Then that will be more so of a diminishing kind of return, where at a certain point, then stunning is not going to be effective. But that's only with the static turret. So not with the flame turret. I mean, the flame turret does have a pause because it has to recharge and then shoot a flame out, recharge, find a target, shoot a flame out. That one just shoots a dart out that shocks the shit out of you. So that would be pretty interesting. I'm interested. All right. So my goodness, I forgot this one is huge. Trained notification weapon talent trained. So stream viewers, YouTube, wherever you're watching this. If you guys didn't know, a lot of people were going crazy about that Midas. The Midas had its like 2 days of hype, and that went out the window when Red Storm and Ubisoft and Massive said, "Oh shit, this weapon has infinite signature skills. So
Yeah.
at that moment, that skill train went out. There was no more of the skill train. So that's just a helpful reminder. I'll let Truce finish it up and explain what's happening with the talent trained and what's going to be happening with everything else with it.
Yeah, as I said, the first nerf was the yellow one, or the named yellow one that went away, and now they are redoing the talent trained. That's gonna be able to roll that on shotgun and marksman rifles and pistols, and with that as the same thing, it's gonna be a bonus, has been reduced from 1 to 5%. It's gonna be just a constant 0.1%.
Dude, that
Not
is
yeah.
stupid.
So, like the Midas, as I said, trained talent has been replaced with responsive talent. As for those guys that doesn't know what responsive talent is, it's when you're closer, or you have the
I think it's
NPCs.
I think it's 10
players.
meters. I think it's 10
Yeah.
meters. Yeah.
About that, I think it's a little bit different on the rolls, but it's gonna be fixed, I'm guessing, on the Midas.
Yep.
And yeah, it's a good roll for a SMG.
It's a great roll, but then that goes into later what we're going to talk about why this probably might not be the thing for many. But yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So yeah, now it turned from that. Now I'm still kind of confused about the 1% to 5%. The 1% to 5% turning to a 0.1 constant. I think that the skill didn't it stack, so maybe we might get a 0.1 stacking of it. I'm not sure, but I would have to go back and look at the skill. Still kind of curious in how everything's going to work, but we'll see. What else we got? Let's go on to our next patch notes, because no. Let's see.
You
we
forgot
got
about the named one, the named NPC that's been the farm boss of this game.
Oh, I think that's going to be our. I think that's on the next slide. We're good. We're good. Let me see. Let me make sure.
It's on the first.
It's on this one.
Yeah, it's on under the static turret.
Oh yeah, we did. That's right. So in the last week, or was it weekend or week? It was about weekend. I think it was the weekend. There was a PvE boss that you could farm and get Phoenix credits out the ass. And I mean, I know a couple of people that were doing it. A lot of people said they were getting really good farming off of it, but as we know in this game, and as I preach, the grindier the better. That is now being fixed.
When you kill a named boss in the world, there's no farming. It's gone forever.
Yep.
So, but that's gonna be a good fix. But they're gonna redo it in other ways, so you still can have a decent amount of points gained when you farm other places.
Yeah.
But we're coming back to that later.
Yep. All right. Going on to the next one. So we have the fixed speed run exploit on rooftop comm relay mission. Another one
do that?
I did not know about. Another one I was not aware about, but there was an exploit and people were getting it. So Ubisoft said, nope, got to grind a little bit harder. So that's one that's out. I mean, I don't feel bad. Once there is an exploit, in my opinion, and you guys saw that in the earlier videos, especially with the shield glitch, if there's an exploit, people are going to exploit it. People are going to abuse it. People are going to misuse it, and then that's going to transverse really bad later on in the community. So the less exploits, the better. This game is meant for you to grind and grind and grind. So I'm sorry for everybody who thought they can get it easy and, you know, tips and tricks and get through stuff a lot easier, but you gotta grind again. So on that note, sorry. So sorry. I'm just sorry. Fix an issue where weapons dealt no damage if the reload animation was interrupted by an agent's skill.
This we did know about.
This one we experienced.
Experienced it, but this explains what we experienced.
So if you guys have been running around and you're popping your crit mid reload and you're trying to shoot the enemy and nothing is happening, but you can hear and I use controller, I can feel the tactile response of bullets hitting, but I don't get any registers. This is what happened. This is what happened. So yeah, Truce, can you go over? Did you have an experience with this?
Yeah, I did, but I didn't like pay attention to it because it was I'm so used to Arma 3 lag, like input shit. So I did like, nah, I just brushed this up. It's working perfect.
It's fixed. This thing is running smooth. This is just lag. This is temporary. I've seen worse. I've seen worse.
I've seen way worse. So I didn't even think about it. So yeah.
Yeah,
it worked fine for me.
I'm in the same boat. I was definitely ignorant. I was wearing a blonde wig to it. Never knew it existed. I knew it happened, but never knew that there was actual reason why it happened. I was just pushing skills as I normally push skills. So
I just thought it was people crying. Like, what DPS is
my deeps. I ain't getting no numbers.
No sympathy.
Yeah, no. It's just, in my view, I'm like, I'm shooting. It's working. I'm good. I don't have a problem. But there definitely was a problem, and thank you, Ubisoft and Massive and Redstorm for addressing that one and getting that one fixed. Now this next one, fixing the issue where players become stuck in an emote animation if activated via chat while auto running. Now, first off, that's a lot of stuff happening at once. So let's read that back. Let's do an instant replay on this. Fixed an issue where players became stuck in an emote animation if activated via chat while auto running. So, if you were already auto running, hit enter / jumping jacks or wave or exercise or wave or surrender, you would become stuck in that animation.
Kids between 10 and 15. This is the issue. They are so fucking fast on that keyboard that you can't do this shit.
Yeah.
Me, I'm like that. I'm still using this one fucking finger to push all the buttons.
What do they track in StarCraft? What is it? The APM or what is it? Your buttons per minute? I forgot. Whatever it is, slow down. There's no reason for you to be auto running and then going into emotes. But luckily that's getting fixed. That wasn't a huge issue with us. That seems like some random social interacting RP type life. I'm not really with that, but to each their own. To each their own. It happens. It happens. Oh man. Dang.
Yep.
Now, this death by proxy talent, going into the next one, True, sorry. Going into the next one. The death by proxy, I didn't know there was a bug where the skill power would increase permanently while using the death by proxy talent. I had no idea that this was going on. That being said, I can understand.
Would have done that earlier.
Yes!
Like, just click it once and just go back to something else and it's stuck.
Dude, that sounds like that talent by itself could be... You could blow your skill power up tremendously to start one-shotting everything. Players or CPU.
If I actually have it. So I'm gonna be scared when the patch hits if I'm gonna like, hey, where's my fucking skill power?
Yeah, your skill power is gone now. So for everybody who didn't know, and you had some crazy skill power, and it was like, you had this crazy setup with all your gear and your weapons and this one talent, and now you're starting to see it gone. This is the reason, ladies and gentlemen. The death by proxy is gone. That exploit is gone, I guess, but or the bug that they left in there. That being said, going through this list, Ubisoft had a lot of bugs still left in this game, but that's another talk for another time. So now this next one, going into the side missions of Midtown East in the safe house, didn't know this existed, but I definitely think I do remember not seeing something happen right there. I definitely remember going to that safe house and remembering that there was no turn-in. But
I noticed that, but there was this is a small bug.
Yeah, my grind mentality at that point was move on to the next safe house. Fuck this one. I need to level up.
Yeah.
So Oh, okay. Well, we have a special guest. Hey, baby. All right. So that being said, I'm guessing that now we can go back and get whatever blueprint Ubisoft was holding out on us. In my opinion, it should be gold. But I mean, that's just me saying something. You guys got 2 days to put this in effect. Wink, wink. So that needs to happen.
The next one is kind of curious because that's I've been wondering about that one.
Yeah. So I've seen this when we were playing PvE, and Bam was using his. And being the shield guy, I can see everything that's going to happen in the front. And I would definitely see sometimes that they would explode near me, and the enemy would not be affected. I always thought, like, maybe something's wrong. But just to give it to everybody in chat and YouTube, the bug is where the instances where the Seeker Mine with Airburst / Multi-Mine mod would detonate too soon, miss target, or cause no damage. I've seen them do all of the above. I've seen them when they do explode and nothing happens, there's no stagger. I've seen them when they explode near me, as I just explained. And I've also seen them where, well, I guess the no stagger also counts for the no damage. So, yeah, what did you want to say, Truce?
Yeah, because when at some point I had to throw it like a actual mine.
Yeah, like a grenade. Yeah.
Because as soon as it hit the ground, it exploded. Even though the NPCs were outside the blast area, and it's a seeker mine, so it should seek the actual person before it blew up. So I'm looking forward to that change because I'm building up my skill power at the moment. It's gonna be fun to see how well it's gonna be playing out.
Yeah, I'm pretty scared of how I've been building this last 4 or 5 days on a certain build, and now that these changes are coming, it's going to change my whole build. But that being said, that's why you play the game.
Yeah, but also the grind. You can finally go up to
32 DZ5, 6.
Yeah, we can stay there and try to get the good guns.
Actually, good loot.
Level 31. Or I hope. I'm not sure yet, but I'm hoping they were saying level 31 gold ones.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll be up there. We'll be out there farming. We'll see. I'm pretty sure
it's okay, but I like also the grind.
I like the grind and randomness of seeing the yellow on the ground or hearing that people are getting yellows, because then that makes me think if I grind a little bit harder, I might get a drop. That's just my mentality of just grinding and how I play like Final Fantasy games and how I played all my MMOs throughout my life. Have been like
that's going to affect the PvP also, I would think.
Yes.
Because if people are more loot hungry and the Dark Zone chests are going to be more valuable.
Yep. You can definitely see a lot of changes of the social dynamics of the game. That's what I can see. The social dynamics of the game.
So much people gonna get killed and those yellows gonna pop up on your mini-map.
Yep.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I can definitely see. I can definitely see that being a problem. But this isn't. Yeah, it's going to be a great time. Actually, it's going to be the Wild Wild West up north. But going on to the next one, this one has been experienced by everybody. I've heard this cry every time we've done a challenge, every time we've done like any other instance of going against CPUs where the grenades just don't display the blast radius, so you don't see the red. You don't see the red, and you don't see them explode.
I'm not gonna say anything on this part because I'm kind of embarrassed because I didn't know. But
what? You never experienced it? Where you just don't? Okay, so
died a lot.
Exposed. Exposed.
Exactly. That's why I won't go into the depth of it because I was like, oh, I died. Someone pick me up, please.
so stream YouTube. If you guys ever watch, like, we do a lot of Lexington Event Center. That is our favorite farming spot. And the boss, Lorraine Burton, she has an M203 that if you guys don't know, M203s in this game from NPCs, when they fire them, it has a short detonating time. It lands near you, but it has short detonating time. And then she also brings out a crew of grenadiers. Oh, a slew crew of grenadiers, at least about 4 or 5. Just these John Elway armed gentlemen who can throw across the map with no problem. Their stun is low, and their stun is high, so even getting them to stagger is a problem. But that being said, the 203 she shoots, when it lands next to you, you probably have maybe a second to react. Now, what I was experiencing sometimes is that I would see her shoot, but I would not see where it landed, and then a teammate or myself included would be down. And then I thought, wait, why is it not showing? And I was like, it's another bug. And that's what I just kept saying in my head. But it wasn't one of those groundbreaking, I need to stop playing the game bugs, where it's like, okay, well, now this is making the game not functional. It just means if I see her take out that 203, I got to make sure she keeps moving. I mean, I got to keep moving and listen out for when that thing goes doop or toop or toop. And then I'm like, okay, well, as long as I move a couple steps away, I'm good. But for anybody else that was experiencing that and didn't realize it, that's literally what was happening, is that the game had issues where the red sign didn't show up. And I've also seen it where I've thrown grenades and I don't see anything. The same thing with calling for the extraction helicopter and I don't see it. Nor do I know that it's there. Nor do I know that it's already left. Those are real things that are happening, but those aren't mentioned on this fix for the patches yet. But that being said, if you ever wonder how you get down and you hear an explosion or you see an explosion and you can't explain it, that's why. That's why that was happening. Thank you, Ubisoft. But moving on to the next one. They fixed an issue where the NPCs and low cover would not react to being shot by the player. I don't know about this. I like to do a lot of suppression. And when I suppress and shoot things in the head, they don't move. Now, I want to know, is this going to affect my suppression?
I was wondering that myself, but because like when they are suppressed, they should be down. But are they saying that they are able to just like run away when they are suppressed?
Yeah, I'm not getting this. I would like to see a video of what they're talking about for just this instance, but I guess we'll test it out in the next couple days. But what I'm getting out of it is that, yeah, when say any low cover that the NPC is in, when you take a shot at them, they will now move. They will not sit there and absorb it. But in retrospect, the move suppression means that you're suppressed. You're overwhelmed by something. And in this case, it's a volley of bullets. So you should not be able to manipulate or maneuver at your own will. You should be stuck there. Just going off of why suppression is used. It's to keep a force neutralized in an area so that another force can either maneuver around or get into a better advancement. But we'll see what they plan. But I think that will hinder a lot of LMG spec people, including myself. I'm a part-time LMG user. I love the LMGs. I love suppression. Don't tell Aeon this. But if it's suppressed, phone, shut up. If they're suppressed, I feel that my team can make a lot better, careful moves and do a lot more DPS. It's like being a distant tank that can control the battlefield. So I would definitely like to see how they're going to be working this one out for this upcoming patch. So it's definitely going to be a weird one. All right, did I skip a patch note? No, we're going on. All right, so we're at fix an issue with emotes that will cause players to model to behave oddly, missing guns, players stuck, emote animation, etc. This goes back to the other one. I don't know what buttons they're pressing to make their stuff go away, but they need to fix the dang numbers of your gear before they start fixing all this emote stuff, in my opinion. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
But that's something that's happening with the emote users. If you're using emotes, you gotta slow it down. Your emote game is too good for the Division, and you need to slow it down. Alright, so fix the bug where weapon mods and weapon skins would not show up on other players in the game world. Well, this is what I thought. I thought this was a connection issue. I didn't know this was an actual thing. So, I remember we had those conversations where I would look at Bam's weapon or I would look at your weapon, I don't see anything, but then I look at Missy's weapon and I can see everything. So, did you ever experience this, Truce, where you couldn't see mods and attachments and things like that on other people's weapons?
Yeah, no, I didn't pay attention to those details, to be honest. I was more worried about my own kind of shit, so that one went straight past me, to be honest. The only thing I've been missing out on is actually the cooldowns on the abilities on the UI. But that's the only thing if I'm going to look at like the group dynamic of it all.
Yep. Gotcha.
What I'm missing.
All right. Well, this one is. I guess this was an issue. I did notice it, but it wasn't something that was, like I said before, game breaking, or to a point where I had to stop what I was doing, think about it, and look at it. But they fixed an issue where the DPS would not be calculated properly when purchasing a new weapon mod. Now, if you ever went to the weapon mod vendor and you select a mod, you'll see your numbers, your DPS numbers are going crazy, and they'll go either. Normally, always went up. They never went down. It was as if you never had a weapon with a mod on it. But now they're saying that when you purchase a new mod, all the DPS is going to be calculated properly. So that was my experience with it. What was yours, Truce?
No, for me, what are we on now? What the patch,
we're on before the Dark Zones.
Yeah, okay. I fixed the DPS would not calculate properly when purchasing. Or just the calculation of it all. We had to log in and out a lot just to make everything work for us. So it's been for me it's been that to get the right amount of numbers to build my gear. I've lost a lot of maths things I actually didn't need to make because of those attachments. So.
Yep. Agreed. All right, moving on. We're getting to the Dark Zone stuff right now.
That's interesting stuff right there.
Yeah. Oh wait, I'm looking at Ubisoft's current updates, Truce, and you saw that some stuff's been crossed out now, right?
Yeah, I've added
Okay.
that to,
All right, perfect.
to your
Perfect.
overlay. So, yeah.
Alright, so moving on. Players can now heal other neutral players in the Dark Zone by using first aid and support station skills. Truce, can you explain this? What does this mean?
I'm starting to wonder if I'm gonna heal the guy I'm gonna kill.
That is exactly what it means, Truce! That is exactly what it means!
But I don't think we see the whole picture. To be honest, there's something we are missing here that needs to be addressed, and I think it's when you go rogue. Then I'm guessing it's not gonna be an issue. But before that, how much are you gonna heal him? Like if I'm pushing my overheal, that's gonna overheal him while I'm close to him and gonna try to kill him. Does he also has the extra health?
He gets it too.
We have to try that. You know that. So we're
Dude.
gonna lose some points.
Well,
for stupid
let's
shit
go over
today.
let's go over this. Neutral players, if they're rogue, they are not a neutral player anymore. They're a hostile player. So that eliminates any rogues. But what this also means is that I like to watch people die. If I need to go heal and I'm near that guy that, and I might have that revive spray on me, that means I pick him up. I don't want to pick him up. I want his gear after he finally croaks over. But but that's just my aspect and experience of it. So it's going to take away from those moments. Or also I can look like a savior and the person, thanks me and then becomes my Dark Zone slave and he carries all my extra gear for me.
Dark Zone slave.
So, yeah, I mean, he's like, alright, master, I'm all full on gear. We'll go to the extraction point. You kill me, and then you put all the stuff up there, and we'll be good to go. Or yeah, it'll be my Dark Zone slave, and he will love me because I healed him that one time against the NPC named Animal in DZ05. It makes sense.
Yeah, it makes perfect sense.
Truth, don't be a yes man. It's never gonna work. It's never gonna work. All right, moving on. Players are now able to fast travel to the Dark Zone checkpoints, but only when coming from outside the Dark Zone.
Yep.
This should have been implemented day one.
Yep.
This
I do agree with that. That they didn't see that after the testing. That's kind of strange, to be honest.
exactly. During the test, during the betas, everybody, if you played this game and you wanted to get to the Dark Zone and play with your friends, you would say, hey, could you step out of the Dark Zone, let me TP to you, and then we'll both go in. Now, the right-minded person would have said, why the fuck can I not teleport to the checkpoint? Now, I'm pretty sure that, I'm pretty sure they had some kind of internal struggle. They were still building other things we're working on, but my first thought process would be, if I need to go to Dark Zone, I just teleport to the checkpoint. Nope. I have to teleport all the way to that Emporium, then hop over the fence and get that cool cutscene, and then I'm in the Dark Zone. That's the fastest way solo doing it. Unless I had a teammate or a friend sitting at the checkpoint door. That's the only two ways.
But you gotta agree, it's pretty cool, that cutscene.
Oh, the cutscene is flawless. I'm thoroughly impressed by when I land down and my character's like, yep, I'm in the Dark Zone, put my mask on, and then the camera zooms out. Well, the camera zoomed in the whole time. Then it zooms out. It's like, you are now clear to go. Now, that's another problem. If somebody catches me hopping over that fence and they're already rogue, I gotta sit there in this cool-ass cutscene and die. Now, that's not cool, but I'm just saying, just keep that in mind, stream and YouTube. Easy way to kill people. It used to be. Used to be. If you wanted to catch him hopping over that fence, you can tell him, hey, stop hopping over my fence. Whoa.
Exactly. Good time.
Bad thing you won't get anything because they're literally fresh coming into the Dark Zone, but still.
Yep.
Alright. Moving on. The Dark Zone disconnect timer has been increased to 30 seconds, meaning players will remain in the game world longer when logging out while in the Dark Zone. This also applies when you're not in combat. Now, that being said, this should also apply when you get knocked into walls. I was talking to Truce earlier about this when I was at work, about my theory crafting, my epiphany I had for roguing in the Dark Zone. But this right here is going to kill one of my thoughts. And I'm glad that this is happening. 30 seconds is a perfect time for, if you're thinking about logging out in the Dark Zone to try to get away from players, if you're thinking about trying to hide in a wall or try to get somewhere, you got 30 seconds. And then you get kicked out of that. But I'm thoroughly ecstatic just for this, just to see this in play for people trying to do shenanigans.
Yep.
All right. So let's see what we got. Items extracted from Dark Zone are now properly marked as new items when moved to the player's inventory. This was not a big deal for me. Exclamation point, I always assumed it meant new, so I never took it any other way. But the fact that that wasn't the way it was designed, I can understand why this would be something that had to be fixed. So, it happens. Not a game breaker, not something that, stops me from playing the game or my thought process. It's just something aesthetically that people wanted to know. It's like, is this even my new same classic M1A purple that I picked up? I can't tell the difference because my old one that doesn't have an exclamation mark does 39.2k, but my new one for some odd reason does 45.5k and has an exclamation mark, and I still can't tell if it's new or old. So Ubisoft help.
Yeah.
But to each their own for that one. I can't. That's not my problem. All right. Players killed in the Dark Zone now drop ammo, medkits, and grenades. This loot is generated and not taken from the dying player's inventory. First off, I hate the fact that it's generated. I want to take everything you got. I'm a descendant of Genghis Khan. I want everything. Once I kill you, I'm taking your social security. I'm taking your firstborn son. I'm impregnating your wife, leaving my legacy with her. And then I'm killing every other man in the family. That I'm taking everything. That's my point. I want to take everything. What's up, chump? And I feel that the loot being generated takes away from that feeling that I just took all your shit. Playing, coming from DayZ, coming from Breaking Point, and those open world survival games. When someone dies, you are now owned by that person who picks up your shit. Like, it's literally like you're wearing somebody else's skin. You've taken them. And That's how I felt, and I didn't want them to be able to still hold on to all their nades, med kits, and other cool loots.
You have that armor 3 breaking point mentality.
Yeah, I do. I don't, but I mean,
Sorry.
I'm not shoot on sight though. I mean, I play this game.
No.
Yeah, I'm not playing this game in that mentality where I will just literally shoot you if I don't know you. But yeah, I want all your loot. That's all I'm saying. Stream. I want all of it. But now going on still in the Dark Zone, players will now lose less Dark Zone funds and experience, rogue or non-rogue. I have strong feelings about this, but Truce, go ahead. You kick this one off.
Less Dark Zone funds and experience. Players killed. Well, it's gonna make it more like the penalty of getting into rogue battles is gonna be lowered. So it's gonna break down a barrier where people actually will, at the start of this patch, gonna try to kill people a lot, just to see how much experience shit you're gonna lose. But I think that's gonna happen anyway at some point, because when they get above that 50 marker and you actually don't need rank 99 for anything at the moment, so I don't know. I wouldn't say it's gonna be how this is like a game they're gonna play to balance out the PvP inside the Dark Zone.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking they are going to, with all the changes they're doing now in the Dark Zone, it's gonna make it more as a perk or like a favorite of actually killing someone. So, yeah. But it's gonna, we have to see it. We gotta see how it's gonna play out. But in my opinion, if you're gonna look at that point alone, to lose less Dark Zone funds and experience, then yes, it's gonna be easier to be go rogue and take chances.
Yep. And that's exactly where I was going with it. I think everybody who had that mentality, like, ooh, I just want to kill this guy real quick, but I don't want the whole penalty if I die as a rogue, I lose all this shit. Now that mentality's gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna kill this guy, and I'm gonna try to get the hell out of here, but I'm gonna kill this guy first. Yep. There's no long-term thinking about it, because the process and how much points could be lost at the end, or it's now at the window. And yeah, like you said, this depends on how many points we could possibly lose as a total.
Yep.
But that being said, if they're dropping it to less, I can already see the mentality of a group of people saying, we can kill them. I probably only lose about 25% of my level that I have so far. That means we can do this like 4 times. So
yeah.
I can definitely see that there being more people trying to do it. And by all means, I applaud and award them once they make that decision. But they better be ready for everybody to get, like, there's people out there now that, I mean, there's people glitching. There's that 1% of people who just have these guns that will one-shot you, and there's so many fucking factors right now that you hit the wrong group, rogue or non-rogue, and shit. You never know what you're getting. You can get the low level. I just turned 30 now. I'm coming to the Dark Zone kids that didn't really care about their gear because all they were fighting was computer, and you can probably get the people who've been sitting meticulously doing calculations on Microsoft Calculator to get out the most DPS they can on a damn gun.
Mm-hmm.
Scientific mode, not just regular. They're in scientific mode on Microsoft Calculator, trying to squeeze out them perfect numbers. So we'll see. We'll see what part of the barrel happens, and I can already see like day one everybody going crazy. But yeah, we'll see. No, I can't say day one. Post patch. I can see post patch. Day one, everybody going crazy. I think trying to testing their might, you may call it. Hey Warren, we're just going over the patch notes that'll be coming up in a couple of days. So moving on to the next one, we got the Dark Zone funds. funds and experience rewards for surviving rogue status have been improved. So just segueing off of the last one, we can already see they're going to try to reward more for people who do take that leap of recklessness and go rogue on these 25-man servers. So I'll let you take this one off, and you can kick this one off again too, sir.
Recklessness. Dark Zone funds experience rewards for surviving rogue status has been improved. You can take that together with Dark Zone funds experience rewards for killing agents have been improved.
Yep. So literally, killing rogues and going rogue it's all improved. It's a whole bundle. So if you're a rogue hunter, you're going to get something good out of it, and if you're a rogue that likes to hunt players, you're gonna, if you can survive it, you're gonna get some good shit. EXP and money wise.
And if you die from it, it's gonna make you lose less. So how is that gonna play out? So it's if I get shitloads of money by doing it, and I get killed a couple of times.
High reward, low risk. They swapped it around, Truce. It's a high reward, low risk. So
in the long term, if you have a positive KD, you're gonna be on the plus side.
Yep. If you
because
know
before if you have it on 50-50, you're gonna be on the losing side.
Exactly.
Definitely on the losing side. But now looks like it's turned around. So they want more PvP.
Yeah, they want people shooting each other more often. But and I definitely understand, because before with the amount of penalty you would take from going rogue, I mean not going rogue, but dying, it would deter a lot of people. It would deter a lot of people, and I can understand that. And at the same time, I can understand people, adjusting their build so they can last longer and or kill faster, depending on what their setup is. So this will definitely change a lot. Oh, why isn't your mouth moving? Because this is just a recording in the background. That's why it has like all the Twitch plugs and the titles and stuff like that, Warren. But yeah, that's pretty interesting. That it's going to be a low risk, high reward type play now in the Dark Zone, and I guess that's where everybody's at now. So you have to, like, there's nobody. There's people still leveling, and by no means I would say stop leveling, but the Dark Zone is going to be pretty much where you're going to end up at the end of the game when you have nothing else to do and your group's probably sleeping and you've already finished all your challenge and dailies for the day. That's just the fact of how it's going down. But this just in, well, not just in, but definitely has been a huge. I was excited when I first saw the patch notes, but now they've been reworked. You may say they've been. Yeah, they reneged on this one, stream. It's just, this would have been so good. But we'll just go with their please note first. Please note that due to the fix causing client stability issues, we have to remove it from this update until it can be addressed in the next one. That being said, what they were going to address is that Phoenix credits dropped have increased on level 31 and 32 enemies in the Dark Zone. Level 30 would drop 1 to 3. Level 31 would drop 2 to 4. Level 32 bosses would drop 3 to 5. Before this last Phoenix credit nerf, bosses were dropping between 7 and about 12 Phoenix credits a death. After this crazy patch, bosses now drop probably from 1 to 4. 4 being the super rare, I've only seen it maybe once or twice, amount of Phoenix creds. Now, they're saying that the Dark Zone bosses, well, they were going to say that the Dark Zone bosses at different levels give you more, but now that's been taken away due to instability issues. So, blame Ubisoft for that one. They taketh, they teaseth, then they taketh again. So.
Yeah. But on the positive side of it, things. Increased drop rate, high-end items from level 31 and 32 named NPCs in the Dark Zone.
You're right.
And
you're right.
Increased drop rate on the high-end division tech
tech
material.
Yep.
It's people been starving. for to craft those good items.
Yeah.
So two positives there. If we can let go of this patch for now, and hopefully one or two maintenance, like since they are doing maintenance on every Tuesday, we can hope for maybe just a week or two. Hope that they can make the stability for the clients to implement those increase Phoenix credits.
Yep. I'll hold my opinion, but well, I actually said most of it. But yeah, you're right. They are giving more than they are taking. I just want those credits back. But
Yep.
you know, they're lost. They're gone forever. Can't take anything. Took everything. All right. So moving on, we have the Dark Zone funds drop rate and quality on NPCs. Drop Zone funds rate on quantity NPCs has been reduced. Yes, that is worthwhile because I had an overabundance of money in the game. There was no issue for me buying stuff until I guess recently, where I just literally just bought tools and electronics just to fulfill my crafting needs. But how did you feel about that one, Juice?
What are we talking about?
The drop rate of money, Dark Zone money.
Oh yeah, that has not been an issue when you go around grinding, and because the respawn timer on the mobs for me is it's actually kind of good. I have not had too much negative experience about the grind, because now people are gonna be more spread out on the map but maybe we're gonna starve up north now. Maybe if maybe the 1 and 2 zone is now the 5 and 6 zones. It's gonna be interesting to see. I just want to maybe have a bigger route to follow to run into to NPCs to get those money
Yep.
purchases, but at the moment it's hard to see what you can use those funds for, because there's a long waiting time for new stuff to pop up on the checkpoint vendors and the safe zone vendors, and if they are not going to change out the materials you can buy or schematics or weapons, not going to be too much use of it. It's like the same with the PvE money now. I'm not sure what I'm going to be using it for. I wish I could buy mats for it or something, but yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see.
We'll see how that affects the Dark Zone economy. I don't think it will touch too much of it, but yeah. Now I remember this being a huge what if scenario, or if this will happen, but the wildfire and fear tactics talents affecting neutral players in the Dark Zone. So wildfire is when one enemy is set ablaze, 40% chance that it will spread. 40% chance it'll spread like 10 meters to the next target in that area. Same thing with fear tactics. The electricity from the shock turret would also spread. Now, if there was an enemy nearby and a neutral player, it would hit both player and neutral enemy. It would proc on, neutral player and AI. It would always proc on all those. I personally never experienced that issue, and I can definitely understand that it probably still was an issue, but none of us really ran turrets in the Dark Zone, so it was pretty hard to say that was going to happen.
Yep.
So yeah, fixed instances where players would receive delta error when entering the Dark Zone. Didn't really experience that too much, but we always knew their connection issues were fucked. Like, those things were always there. That's another thing we just took as part of fucked up. Well, a decent release, but a fucked up release with a lot of bugs. But yeah, it happens.
With the bug and with the games I've been playing with the launch dates, this is nothing.
Yeah, we've been in so many bad relationships, we don't know when we're still getting our ass whomped on by developers. So we take this one with a small grain of salt. Where's the next one? Fix the bug where sometimes players could not loot anything after returning to the game following a network connection. Now, I don't know about the loot anything. I know you have the experience of your loot registering late, but I guess that's not going to be addressed in this one, where it took like, I don't know, it took you about 30, 40 minutes for you to see loot in your extractive box or something like that. Right, Truce?
Yeah. I don't know what actually triggered it to come back, but yeah. Me and Bam were playing, and suddenly, when we were done doing a mission, we went back and I looked in my crate, and there it was, all my Dark Sun stuff that I have extracted.
Cool. Alright. Fix stage 1 rogue timers not displaying correctly when rogue players receive damage from another player.
There you go.
Yeah, I think Sally experienced this one recently when he was running. Yeah, and you did too, where it just, the number would not reset itself. It would not go from 0 or 1 to 0 to 0 to nothing. It just stayed there. So yeah, that was an issue that we have been seeing, and it just stayed there forever. So thank you for addressing that. But there was a lot of salt spread around the Dark Zone Earth for a while for that one. A lot of people experienced that one. Alright, so this is more so we're done with the Dark Zone, it looks like, and we're moving into, like, you know, the graphical, the UI, the audio fixes. So we'll just try to burn through these ones. Truce, you can pretty much take these. You can do UI, I'll do audio, and we can go over those.
Yeah. You took the graphics one?
Oh
Like
yeah, fix a few lights that did not cast global illumination. That, you know, that was game breaking right there. We didn't know that shadow wasn't displaying on the ground for certain areas because the lighting, they didn't add the extra lighting to cast the shadows. Whoa, yeah, that doesn't affect me.
Okay, UI added more information for daily missions on the map. Well, I don't know why this was an issue, but okay. I didn't have any issues with the
Somebody did.
information.
Somebody did.
Somebody did. And okay, thank you for addressing that, Ubisoft. Tutorials have received some UI polish. I have turned on off mine, but if people actually need more introduction to this easy game, then yes,
Pick up and play.
Pick up and play. The matchmaking menu now displays the mission difficulty rather than rating more prominently. Sorry.
Yeah, it's like it's supposed to be. I guess they're going to make it like bold and like, this is challenging. This is hard. This is easy.
Like, well, Pugs is going to be more prepared, I hope. Pugs is going to be Pugs. It's never going to be. You can write whatever you want. Pugs is going to be Pugs. It's going to suck all over. Good luck out there, though. Have fun. The minimap. The minimap mission tracker has been optimized to be less confusing for players.
Oh my gosh.
What? Is that because
Are there people out there?
Direction?
Are there people out there struggling? That's the better question. Who's out there struggling on their mini map, tracking those?
They took their time to bug track that one in. Like,
Dude,
hey, dear Division people, my minimap is useless. Can't figure it out.
my
Hashtag-
mini map. Dude, I'm trying to find the mission. This big bold circle that says mission on it to this damn instance that is a larger icon than anything else on this map. But I'm having the hardest time finding it.
You have a tracking system, like a
Dude,
yellow line
it's
pointing you directly. You can.
The GPS, you know what it is? They're missing, Truce. That GPS is not giving you turn-by-turn directions.
Oh.
The fact that the
Dang.
turn-by-turn directions is missing, people cannot compute.
If you can put add-ons on this one, I would guess like a TomTom system.
Yep.
Where you can add the voice of what's
Morgan
that good
Freeman.
actor? Morgan Freeman.
Morgan Freeman.
GPS. You can just either
left.
that or erase your cane once, because then you get one-liners all the way through from DC1 to DC6. That's gonna be fun as hell. Alright.
Left turn's coming up.
Okay, that was something completely different we were talking about. Okay. Bug. Fix a bug where some of the attributes of high-end equipment were cut off in the recalibration menu.
So
Fix a bug where some of the attributes of a high-end equipment were cut off.
I can speak for this one. So when you're looking at what's going to be redone in the recalibration station, if you had a chess piece with all like really long named skills, or the 2 mod slots on the bottom had support station healing or
yeah.
player self heal, you can't see the full thing. So I'm guessing they enlarged the UI a little bit longer so you can see it now, or you can scroll down to it.
Hopefully you don't need like a actual joystick, joypad or whatever you call it, to actually scroll down to see.
It's called an analog.
and,
It's called an analog, dog.
joystick.
Us us controller users, buttons, analogs, and triggers. Truce. There's a D-pad, but it's only buttons, analogs, and triggers. No joysticks. This ain't an arcade stick. The fight stick is over there. This ain't Street Fighter.
Okay. Bug fix. Fix a bug where the matchmaking menu or for a mission would not display correctly or kept disappearing.
Pug life.
Yeah. That was boring one.
Yeah.
Fix missing item icons in the reward claim vendor's inventory.
I've noticed this. Not a big thing. I saw that some of my cans of food, they didn't even have like a can emblem anymore. They just had like a blank gray. They had
That's
a
crazy.
blank gray square. It was didn't change my day. Did not change my day.
Fix incorrect side missions being displayed in the map legend. Okay. Yeah, also boring.
Yep.
Audio.
All right, I got fixed the bug where the helicopter crash sound effects would be missing from the Brooklyn Inn cinematic. What about just repeating? That shit used to run on my side. Just doom, doom. Just,
And that I like. It broke my ears. So.
yeah, it gets pretty bad. Fix a bug where the Zapper turret mod had no sound. Experienced it. Didn't think it was a big flaw, but thank you for fixing that. Thank you, Ubisoft. Fix a bug where the audio for entering a containment area would be cut off. Don't know anything about that, but if you ever experienced that, sorry. Fix a bug where the audio would not play when scrolling through vanity items.
What? I don't even understand the last one.
You know, when I'm looking through all my gear and I want to switch my jacket, I need some Kenny G on the background, some mood setting candles, a low lit room, no natural lighting, and random pictures of Sade on the wall. That's the only way that this bug helps me, because when the audio didn't play when I was scrolling through all these vanity items, it ruined my experience. But hey, thank you so much. You know what? It's appreciated. It's appreciated. Sorry if you were Korean or traditionally Chinese. Club Rewards description did not support that localization until now. Congratulations. Welcome to the group. In-game localization bug fixes. I do apologize. They did not care about other languages. My girlfriend talking loud. I can't hear myself talk. I may have to ask you to shh out there. Okay, she didn't hear me. Alright, back on to what we're talking about. Truce, do you use the Tobii eye tracking bug fixes? I do see your character like do 180s like what's that? The Exorcist. The Exorcist, that 360 neck motion.
Yeah. No. Those fancy changes. I don't know.
No.
I do like that they have implemented a lot of third, like hardware, third-party hardware that
Yeah.
actually they support. But the eye mapping and the Tobii Eye X,
Yep.
I don't know.
All right.
I have no clue what's going on with that stuff.
All right. That's all I want to see. I want to know if anybody was using that Tobii eye tracking, but that shit's
It
weird.
would explain why I'm stuck in cover so often when I try to get away from it, though.
Oh no! You just tilt your head. No, I want to go back there. Yes, yes, and then you tilt your head back, like you're having a
Where the hell did
seizure.
Solid go?
It's having a
Oh,
fucking
it's all the way over there.
fucking seizures as you're playing. But yeah, so that pretty much concludes the whole patch notes 1.0.2. Thank you so much, Truce, for sitting with us and helping me through this one and actually providing me with the overlay for this. This was awesome. Hopefully we can have many more coming in the near future. Hopefully when that crossed out section gets back in there. Wink, wink, Ubisoft. Wink, wink.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll definitely try to get this rolling. So, real quick, Truce, where can everybody find you at? What is your social medias? Where do you twat?
Norway.
Okay, wow. All right. All right, you can find him. You can find him at Trusakongan on Twitter, on YouTube, on Twitch. If he decides he ever wants to hit the stream button again, he's allergic. I heard, breaks out in rashes and shit like that.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, you guys know where you can find me on Twitter, YouTube, and Twitch. No need; it will all be on the YouTube also. Make sure you guys check out our channel at PBrecreation. Make sure you guys check out my channel for more Division action live over at twitch.tv Solidus2. That's SOL1DUS2. And I hope you guys are going to enjoy all these changes. For everybody running that SMG build, I do apologize that the nerf is coming sooner than later. And I mean, keep grinding, everybody, and good luck. Laters.
See you, man.